Just the soothsayer. Soothsayer.
Sayer to soothsayer. That's a little extra polydent there. If you would please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, our very first guest this week. Without a doubt, the most phenomenal and most singly recognized athlete in the entire world today. Would you please welcome the one and indeed the only, Andre the Giant. Welcome back to TNT.
Thank you.
My goodness. I think you are larger now than you were when you were previously on TNT. Are you gaining weight, Andre, or as you go along?
Bit.
A little bit?
Almost 500 now.
Almost 500 pounds.
Yes.
Whew. Gosh.
Long way from since you met me first time.
When you were 17.
Yeah.
Gosh,
That's right. You fellas go all the way back to when Andre was 17.
When I first started.
Yes.
My goodness. And Alfred was old even then.
Thanks a lot.
Now, that time I was only 270 pounds.
270 pounds, Andre?
Yeah.
Oh, threw a devastating drop kick, too.
Is that right? Do you find now that with your weight that the mobility is still there? Do you find that it's an asset when you're meeting? Let's face it. I mean, you're meeting. Well, as a matter of fact, you're meeting a giant in his own right on March 31st. A man who's very close to the 400-pound mark now. He's huge, Big John Studd.
Right. Then you get another guy. You get Ken Patera who claimed he pushed 500 pounds over head.
Yes, that's it.
But you never did it with me.
No, I'm sure, barbell balanced as it is certainly totally different than the way your weight is
I'll
distributed.
tell you one thing. I picked up 400 pounds before.
I have no doubt about that. What we'd like to do is to take you back, Andre.
Okay.
Let's take you to a match. And this matchup, very, very important because it pits Andre the Giant against Ken Patera. Bobby the Brain Heenan, and this is in Madison Square Garden, and this is a match that Andre the Giant positively had to win.
Anybody have a scissors? Check Heenan. Oh, look at that. Patera doesn't want to do battle with this guy. Hit unleashed. Well, I tell you what, this has got these fans cranked up.
Looking around the ringside, looking for a pair of shears.
Dick Kroll is, he's trying to.
Whoa! He didn't even acknowledge those two shots by Patera.
Now Heenan is really visibly showing concern for his man, Ken Patera. You know, Bobby Heenan doesn't want to lose the services of Patera either.
Absolutely not. That's one of his meal tickets. Patera being squashed in the corner by the big guy.
You know, Heenan best stay away. Oh, headbutt. Reverse knife edge. Andre the Giant is just pulverizing Ken Patera in front of thousands.
Look out, Patera for the ride. Oh, Andre went for a backdrop. Patera snuck a boot in there. Stunned the big guy for a moment. The Brain hollering, rip his eyes. Look at Patera trying to slam him. Forget about it.
Look at Bobby Heenan. Oh, what a boot.
Andre is humiliating the
Now, if
former
Ken Patera
Olympian.
would like to get his hat, I could understand why.
Look out, atomic drop. Yes, Patera over the top rope and out of here. Andre won't let him go.
Oh, no. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got a crowd that is coming on good. They are loving it. Andre the Giant seems to be taking his sweet time.
Yes, he is. Very deliberate in his actions. Sends Big Kenny in now. Look out. Wow, size 22. Wrong side to face, but Patera close enough to get under the rope, but not escape.
No.
Oh, crushed my sternum. Oh, he sat right on the neck of Patera.
And Heenan, once again, beside himself. If Bobby Heenan can't stand the sun.
Oh, look at this. 500 pounds plus.
If Heenan can't stand the sight of it all, he should probably head for the locker room. Well,
Andre telling the referee.
in a way, I think he enjoys.
Yes, he is. He's
that
having a
haircut.
good time.
He is certainly enjoying.
Andre out now on the floor after Patera. Wow, what a right hand.
Ooh.
Chop right to the chest.
He has just got
Oh, he rammed him into the railing. Steel railing. Thought he was still inside the ring.
An Irish whip. He did not have turnbuckles, however, to protect him. Bobby Heenan immediately over to Patera. I don't think Patera's going to get back from this one. And again,
Look out, Heenan stepping up on the apron.
Apparently,
Heenan going up to the top turnbuckle.
he's got brass
He's
knucks
got
from
something, yes. Oh, he nailed the big guy right
And
in the
the referee
neck.
and Andre both go down.
Down went Crow. Look at Heenan now.
Bobby Heenan took a pair of brass knuckles.
Look out. Andre's on his feet.
Oh,
He's got a shot, 2 shots at him with the knuckles, and down goes the big guy.
boy, that's gonna put
Look
the
out,
lights up to the big
Patera's on
hurry.
the top turnbuckle. Ran right into the boot.
And the bell has been sounded, but I don't think. Let's stick with this. Don't
Look
go
out,
away.
Andre's caught them
Oh,
both.
he got him. He got Heenan and Patera. Oh. Oh.
Andre got him squashed in the corner, both of them. What a job he's going to do on Heenan here.
Watch out. First Patera. He's racked up.
Look at this now.
No.
Oh,
He
slapped
slapped him again.
Again.
Oh.
Ooh.
Watch out.
Oh, Heenan draped on the top turnbuckle. Look out. Wow, Patera right into him. And the brain off the top turnbuckle to the floor. And Patera's bailing out.
And they're both
Andre
Patera.
gets the Duke.
Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant has really taken to Ken Patera and Bobby the Brain Heenan. These two men, River the Monsoon, are going to have to crawl back to the locker room.
Absolutely, Gene. The brain just
Oh.
fell right off the top turnbuckle. Ken Patera back inside. A referee Dick Cole saying this is it.
Not a wise move.
Oh, no, he thought better of it. Let's go back if we can.
All right, Andre. Now, that was the very first match that you had since Heenan, Patera, and Studd attempted to rape your dignity. You were determined more than ever to right the wrong, but you didn't quite do it all the way. On March 31st, there's an awful lot at stake in Madison Square Garden as fans watch literally all over the world by satellite on closed-circuit television all over this country. A tremendous amount at stake, because this is the final chapter that you can write. Be it Andre, finally, for the first time bowing in defeat to Big John Studd, who's bulked up almost 400 pounds, looks better than he's ever looked in his life. $15,000 on the line as well, as they have placed $15,000 in jeopardy should you slam Big John Studd. I wonder, there have been a number of things brought, a number of questions asked by Bobby Heenan and others. Is Andre the Giant willing to put up anything? I mean, they're putting up $15,000.
I will tell you, I put my hair down already. They cut my hair.
No, I understand that.
They got my hair. But I got to tell you one thing. I don't come in the ring to be a loser.
No, I
I
understand
never
that.
lost a match in my life, and I had to come in Madison Square Garden, not just in Madison Square Garden, but they'd be all over the world for this match. And
Yes.
believe me, I don't come in there to get bit.
No, I
I
understand.
come here to win, and I'm going to give him that smile.
All right, so they're putting up $15,000. And Heenan makes, I think, a good point to a certain extent. What's Andre the Giant putting up? I mean, shouldn't Andre the Giant put up something if they're putting up $15,000, regardless of who wins this match? And it could be, as you well know, for the first time, you bowing in defeat. Then again, it could be you finally righting all the wrongs. But they're putting up $15,000. Bobby Heenan thinks that you should put up something. As a matter of fact, Mr. Heenan, don't you feel you should put up something, Andre?
Well, I have to put something. They want to lose some money. I got to take that money.
All right, but Heenan thinks that maybe you should put up something like that if you don't slam Big John Studd, then you have to retire from wrestling. How do you think about that?
Bobby didn't say that.
Bobby Heenan, Ken Patera, they all state that you should put up something, and they think that's the only fair thing for you to put up. That if you can't slam Big John Studd, then you retire from wrestling. If you do slam Studd, of course, you don't retire, and you
And I win that $10,000.
win the $15,000. But don't you think you should put up something, Andre?
I don't think so.
Okay, but there are going to be people that state that there's a bit of yellow streak running down your back if you don't put it up. If you don't put something up, there's going to be people there are going to be people that state that there's a big...
I'm going to tell you one thing. Nobody can be yellow, and I'm going to take that sign, and I'm going to take the $15,000, and I'm going to walk out the ring.
Andre,
All right.
gosh, I guess you upset him there.
Back with more TNT, and we apologize for any disparaging remarks to Andre the Giant. If, in fact, we took maybe a little bit too much liberty, we apologize to Andre, but when we were in commercial, Lord Alfred Hayes, you heard it from Andre himself.
Yes, he felt it contingent upon himself to face up to that. He has a long fuse, but I've never seen it blow quite so quickly as it did with you regarding his temper. But he said, yes, he will accept that decision because he is convinced he can beat Stud. He said he will accept that condition that if he doesn't slam him, he will retire from wrestling. I don't see that happening.
Well, I don't know, but it's a golden opportunity for Big John Studd and Ken Patera and obviously Bobby the Brain Heenan, a tremendous opportunity, and I think maybe even Andre just could very well regret his decision of acceptance.
Well, it's so close, we'll find out.
In a moment, ladies and gentlemen, our guest will be an individual who has burst upon the scene in the World Wrestling Federation and causing all kind of waves. He now manages the reigning Intercontinental Champion. Would you welcome, please, Jimmy Hart and the champion himself, Greg the Hammer Valentine. All right, what a combination this is. Mr. Valentine and Jimmy Hart, and could you, just for a moment, if we have the wide-angle lens or whatever, could we take a look at the foot attire that you are currently wearing? Could you hold the...
Sure. There you go, right there, huh?
That's a little different. A little different, wouldn't you say, Mr. Valentine?
It's rock and roll. That's what's happening today, rock and roll. It's been happening for a long, long time, and this man knows about it. I acquired this man from Memphis, Tennessee. My manager, Jimmy Hart, used to play with the Gentrys. Keep on dancing, #1 on the charts for weeks. This man really knows what rock and roll, real rock and roll, is all about. Not talking about punk rock and roll like Cyndi Lauper, that sort of thing. You understand?
Lauper, not Loppler. Lauper.
Loppler to me. I don't care what her last name is.
That's right.
She knows nothing about rock and roll. She knows nothing about professional wrestling, and she also knows nothing about Captain Lou Albano. I know all about Captain Lou Albano, and he's nothing but a slob to me. He was bringing me right down where he's at, his level. You understand? That's why I went out and got me a man
Tell him, baby.
that really watches over me and watches my back and makes sure that I don't get no short end of the stick, you understand?
All right,
because
we'll
I'm
have a
the
word.
champion now, you understand?
Oh, I think everyone understands that. Let's take a look at Greg the Hammer Valentine in action, along with his manager, Jimmy Hart. Let's go to the tape.
This contest is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. In the ring at this time from New York City, weighing 235 pounds, Jim Powers. And his opponent, Greg the Hammer Valentine.
The Hammer makes his way to the ring. Look at that gorgeous robe. My goodness.
Think that's worth a few dollars?
No doubt about it. And does he ever love to flaunt it?
Well, he's the Intercontinental Champion. He's very confident. He's been very successful since he won the title. I understand he paid over $5,000 for that robe.
It looks like it.
Oh, it certainly does.
Greg Valentine, reigning Intercontinental Champion, and of course it's a non-title matchup as Mr. Valentine prepares for his match with another fine-looking young athlete in Jim Powers, whom was introduced earlier. Well, that could very well be, because certainly Mr. Santana, whom we saw earlier, would like very much to be wearing the Intercontinental Championship belt as he did once before so proudly. Interestingly enough, Mr. Valentine, oh my goodness. Fans beginning to yell the Tito chant. Interestingly enough, Mr. Valentine has been able to maintain his reign as champion without the services of his former manager, Louis Albano.
Well, Valentine, you can like him or dislike him, agree with his tactics or disagree, but he's as tough a competitor as you'll find today. He's a very, very tough individual. So far, since he won the title, he's met quite a few opponents. And as we can see, he's still the Intercontinental Champion. So Valentine's a premier wrestler.
Both men back to the standing position. Powers able to escape from Mr. Valentine.
This Powers is a good-looking athlete. You know, he should give Valentine, a run for his money. He's a very good-looking athlete.
Yes, but be leery of the legs. And right away, Mr. Valentine. Oh, nice maneuver by Powers. What appeared to be a glancing blow was perhaps more as Powers caught Valentine in the back of the head with a roundhouse kick.
That stunned Valentine. You see the mistake Powers is making. He's saying to Valentine, come on, come on. While Valentine was hurting, Powers should have been on it because Valentine is, look at this now, right on his knee. Mistake of Powers. He should have been after Valentine when Valentine was stunned there for a few seconds. Instead, he laid back. He's telling Valentine, come on. And Valentine cleared the cobwebs, and he is coming on. And look at the job he's doing on Powers now.
Valentine working on the legs. And certainly, I don't think anyone in professional wrestling can attack the leg area quite like Greg Valentine can. Although the actual figure for a leg lock perhaps has been equaled in devastation by Tito Santana as of late. Ooh, drops the hammer down, does Greg Valentine. Elbow into the lower abdominal area. Valentine now spinning around, trying to go for the figure four leg lock, has it down and cinched in. And Powers wasting no time in submission.
Beautiful, baby. Beautiful.
Yes, a very impressive victory on the part of Greg Valentine. I wonder what's going to happen, Jimmy Hart, if we could get a prediction from you as to the outcome of the Intercontinental title defense on the 31st of March when Greg Valentine meets an extraordinary athlete by the name of the Junkyard Dog.
You better believe it. The dog is big and he is bad. I'm going to call it Super Sunday WrestleMania. I can't hardly talk. I'm so excited about it. But let me tell you this, baby. He's going to play another one, bites the dust, go in the ring. But we're going to play it coming out because that's exactly what the dog's going to do is bite the dust. Right, Greg?
I'm ready for that mean, tough Junkyard Dog. He's so mean and bad, calls himself the baddest black athlete in professional wrestling today. I want to find out how bad he is. I want him to headbutt me right there on my head. I want him to. Come on, Junkyard Dog. Let's see how tough you are because I'm ready. You're going to find out why I am the reigning champion. For 6 long months, everybody thought it was a fluke that I beat Tito Santana, but I have proven it. He has bitten the dust, and so is Junkyard Dog. He's going to eat his own words. I'll play his song over and over to him because he's nothing. And I'm going to show everybody. You know, Madison Square Garden, it would not be, this WrestleMania would not be a complete card without the greatest champion of all time. And I'm talking about myself. I'm not talking about Chump Hogan. I'm talking about the Hammer and Jimmy Hart. Hearts and Valentines. You just remember that because they go together and they're going to be in the World Wrestling Federation for a long, long time.
What makes you so confident, Mr. Hart, that Greg Valentine is going to retain the title? I mean, surely you will grant the extraordinary gifts and talents of one Junkyard Dog.
Well, let me just show you right now. Can you stand up just for a second? We're not going to take your shirt off and all this stuff, but let me show you. When I got him, baby, he was 265 pounds because he was hanging around Lou Albano. Pizzas, beer, name it, right or wrong, baby. But now look at him, baby, 250 pounds, the best shape of his life. And I promise you this, baby, he'll go in the greatest professional athlete in the world today, and he'll come out the greatest professional athlete in the world, and he'll still be the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, brother, because this right here is just a step to the chump, like you said, baby.
But what if? Let me ask you. Sit down, please. But what if, Mr. Hart? What if there's a fluke? All right, what if? But it's hypothetical. But what if Mr. Valentine loses? Would you take credit? I mean, you didn't take any credit for him winning the championship. If he loses it in the Garden, Would you take some credit for that?
Well, let me just tell you this. He's not going to lose. Don't even be negative about this thing. I don't even want him to hear this. I don't even hear this talk like this. Let me tell you something. Like I said before, this is the greatest professional athlete in the world today. That is a promise, baby. And he's got the greatest manager, Jimmy Hart. Right, champ? Right,
Thank
baby?
you for joining us. We'll be back with more TNT in a moment.
Baby. We're ready.
No doubt, Roddy Piper, Paul Orndorff, and Cowboy Bob Orton have had an awful lot to talk about as of late, considering this extraordinary WrestleMania that takes place on the 31st of March. And with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, in a moment we're going to take you to a special Piper's Pit, in which Mr. Piper, along with Orndorff and Orton, were chatting about the upcoming tag team match, in which they'll pit their services against those of Mr. T and his tag team partner, the World Wrestling Federation champion Hulk Hogan. What do you look for in that match? Not necessarily the outcome. I'm not asking you to put you on the spot there, Alfred, but what kind of a match is it going to be?
Well, it's going to be a rough match. Recently, I was in England, and everybody in England and Europe, for that matter, is talking about WrestleMania. They have never been so excited, but the point of their conversation mostly is the match that's going to take place between Piper and Orndorff, with Orton in the corner, Mr. T, Hulk Hogan, and Snooker in their corner. I wouldn't dare venture a guess, but I will say it will be the most exciting match the world of wrestling has ever seen.
It has all the elements, no doubt, of any number of things happening, especially when you consider Orton on the outside, Snooker on the other corner, and there's no telling what will happen in the ring. Let's take you now to what we alluded to earlier on, a Piper's Pit. Roddy Piper and Company. Let's take you to the tape.
Oh,
Signed, sealed, and delivered, right?
Signed, sealed, and delivered. Oh, and you know what? They're out training. Mr. T and Hulk Hogan are out training because in 3 miserable weeks, you think in 3 miserable weeks you can get in good enough shape that you're going to be able to take on prime time? Do they know that Ace, our bodyguard's going to be in our corner? I wonder what they do training. I wonder if they show each other where the hair shouldn't go.
You know something, Roddy? I've seen him train before. I've seen Hulk Hogan train. He says he jumps on and grabs those big 200-pound dumbbells, hangs and bangs. Well, that's a big lie. Because that big, fat, ugly dummy, I'll match him any day of the week in a weight room. You name it. You name the place. I don't care how much weight, Hogan. I'll make you eat every plate you can lift.
You see, the difference is you guys are training in Don Perignon. Us, we're out there training in the swamps. Ace got his arm busted in defense of us. Ace threw his body in front of us, and he went out there. We're training in swamps. We're training with chains. We're training with bull masters, man. We ain't going out and lovey-dovey.
You know something, Mr. T? What you have done, boy, and I spell that B-O-Y, you have stuck your nose into somebody else's business. You have stuck your nose into something that you had nothing to do with, big boy. So I'm going to tell you right now, myself and Roddy Piper and Ace, we're going to do something to you, son, that you'll never forget. You think about that. You think about for the next 3 weeks.
You know the difference is we ain't no cartoon character that comes on Saturday afternoon and watches them all dressed up in pretty black colors, man. We're the real thing. You're looking, man, at prime time. You're looking at people. If you get in there in 3 weeks and you're really that stupid, you're looking at someone that will take you and make nothing of you, will take your life and not even think twice about it.
That took place a couple of weeks ago. In any event, they're very much, those three, looking forward to the opportunity of March 31st. With that in mind, would you welcome Roddy Piper, Paul Orndorff, and Cowboy Bob Orton.
Please, more band. What a wonderful band.
Yeah, nice new uniforms. Hi, Ace. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. That's my bodyguard, Ace.
By the way, that's been some time since the wrist was broken.
Well,
Should that not be healed by now?
Not that long.
It hasn't been that long, man. You got to take care of an injury.
Yes,
If
sir.
it was healed, would he be wearing the cast? He's going to be... Think about it. That's good. He's kind of dumb, isn't he?
Well, he reminds me of those 8-to-5ers out there, those street urchins. You're right there with them.
The upcoming match, all the elements are there, you know. Snooker cracked the arm rod. And then Hulk Hogan went ahead. You guys, we got all three of them right there.
Because
both of them right there with the three of us.
Because of Snooker, he's going to have to wear a cast while this match is going on the 31st.
I'm sure you gentlemen have been watching. Make yourself at home, Mr. Parker.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure that you gentlemen have been watching and definitely have your spies out. We've been watching the training sessions of Mr. T. And
I loved how Hogan and Mr. T come up in the sit-ups and give a little kiss to each other as they do it. I thought that was real cute.
They must be training in New York City.
That's exactly where they were training, yeah. San Francisco.
They've been training in all parts. I mean,
in all parts.
Well, if you want to see training, you come to our gym.
There you go.
You come to our gym, what we've been putting our bodies through, right?
Yes.
What have we been going through? Our livelihood is on the line this match. Everything we own is on the line. And we're ready. We're
Already?
ready. Yes, we are ready.
See, that's the difference.
Right.
We don't
training. I mean, there's an awful lot to it, as you gentlemen well know.
That's right. Peeking out too soon
That's right.
is a problem.
And if you're peaking now, then, by the way, Mr. Piper, you have a hole, I believe, in the armpit.
I put that there on occasion of the show. I knew I was coming on, and I wanted to dress accordingly. Yeah. Don't they know you got no back to that suit you got on? Come on here. We are the most popular wrestlers in the entire world, the nation. Most popular ever. We're going to fight some guy that thinks he's a movie star, Mr. T, and we're going to fight the world's heavyweight champion. We got Ace in our corner. We got a chance to get Snooker. Why shouldn't we be peaking? You're trying to sit here. Have you ever peaked? I mean, even in the sack, man. Have you ever peaked? No, you ain't never peaked talking about peaking. Oh, I know he peaked one time. He peaked for 25 cents. Yeah, he can peak.
Yeah, all right, we'll return, ladies and gentlemen, with a further word with Piper. All right, back here with Roddy Piper, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, Cowboy Bob Orton, and last couple of weeks we have seen bits and pieces through the eyes of Sarah the Soothsayer, our resident soothsayer here on TNT, bits and pieces of the matchup in Madison Square Garden, but I think you really have to concentrate here, Sarah, and I mean, we're very close to this event happening on the 31st.
Come to us, spirits, divulge your secrets. We last saw someone's shoulders pinned to the mat. It's becoming clear. It's becoming...
Nothing's clear.
That's
Soothsayers, man.
It's clear.
It is?
Yes. It's Hulk Hogan whose shoulders are pinned to the mat.
How about that? Simple. All right. She is a goose.
Wait. It's not Hulk Hogan.
Well, wait a minute. Who is it? How close can you get?
Well, who is it, lady?
Come on, Sarah.
Lady, who is it?
What's the story here? Come on.
I'm sorry, Roddy.
Whoa!
Story about
Roddy
what?
Piper!
Story about what, you miserable?
Hey, Roddy Piper! Roddy!
Story about? There ain't nothing
Roddy
to story
Piper
about.
and Orndorff. We'll be back with more TNT. Stay with us.
Hogan.
Well, if you can believe Sarah the Soothsayer, the future of Roddy Piper and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff is not actually all that bright, but no doubt the future of our next guest somewhat in jeopardy, although many would say their future looks perhaps a little bit brighter than that of Piper and Orndorff and a lot of other individuals. Would you please welcome the reigning World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, Barry Windham and Mike Rotundo. Headed to Madison Square Garden a couple of days from now, 10 days or so, and I know you fellows are really preparing for a matchup, and I think it's going to be the toughest in your career against Volkov and the Iron Sheik.
That's right, you know, especially with it being a big one like this, right, Mike?
You know, it's been coming up a long time here, and we're looking forward to it. You know, we've been around here and we've had a chance to have the titles and see just what it has. You have to go through and the pain and the suffering you have to take along with being a champion. And this is a match that we're looking forward to a great deal with the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov.
Well,
in
no
the
doubt.
garden. No
Yes, well, the Sheik certainly is looking forward to this. It was Madison Square Garden in which he won the championship, as many will recall. And the Iron Sheik hoping that that certainly lightning will strike in the same place on 2 occasions, hoping that he and Nikolai Volkov become tag team champions at the expense of Barry Windham and Mike Rotundo. Let's take you now to some videotape footage joining the match in progress.
Big Rusty Brooks having his problems here at the moment.
This Mike Rotundo and Windham, they work so well together. These two must spend an awful lot of time in the gym together. Oh, here comes a...
Oh, look at that, a little too much. Oh, down, rolls him up. No, can't get the big man quite over enough. Tag is made, Barry Windham through the ropes now. Windham with a drop kick right into mush. Time to tag out. In the ring now. Barry Windham, he is sensational. Windham side headlock, shoved to the ropes now coming off. Oop, missing now, right back. Look at that. Over 1, 2. Almost the count of 3. Up. Windham snapping down to the canvas. Ooh, Windham and Rotundo looking terrific here this week thus far.
They're looking great, Vince. And you can see here 2 new champions here, and they want to remain as champions. And they're really, really working hard, and they're exciting to watch because they're always fired up. And I'll tell you, the way they're going to stay champions is a long time to come.
Standing side headlock. Former University of Syracuse great. And the big man, Rusty Brooks, back in now. Rotundo trying to fire out of there and doing a very good job of it. Rotundo with an elbow now, and Rusty Brooks does not know where he is. Oh, look at that. What a slap. Drops an elbow.
Besides all that speed, we see a lot of strength too, because this Rusty's a big, big man, and Rotundo scooped him right up for a slam and a beautiful drop kick.
Yes, indeed. Now reaching, no, looked like he was reaching for the tag and does now. Barry Windham with Rusty Brooks, and the big man not doing all that well for himself. Barry Windham, Bulldogs. Rusty Brooks down to the canvas, gets him over, gets 2, and make it 3.
An impressive victory from Barry Windham, Mike Rotundo, and I know you fellas hoping that victory comes your way in Madison Square Garden. Let me ask you this. Does it affect you? I know on this occasion there are going to be over 1 million people watching on closed-circuit television all over the United States here. Of course, there'll be some 20-odd thousand in Madison Square Garden. That's already sold out. And in addition to that, millions of people all over from foreign countries. Does that have any bearing at all in your attitude in coming in the match, knowing that the pressure is right there all over you?
Yeah, you know, Mike and I have talked about this a lot. We've done a lot of thinking about it. But each time we wrestle, we always give 100%. We always wrestle the same way. But knowing that all these people are watching us at this one time does have a little bit of bearing on it. And we wonder if at the last moment we could be a little bit nervous. But I think with the training that we put in and the time that we put into these belts, that I think that we'll come out with them.
It's kind of like being in front of your hometown, you know, because it's been a very pleasurable situation for Barry and I being the champions, because the people have accepted us and been behind us 100%.
That's right.
And when I say being in your hometown, it's like you have that feeling that you want to do well, you know, and that's going to make you push and push, and that's all we can do, you know, is to do our best to try to hang on to these titles, and we're going to be doing that.
Some time ago, we saw a non-title matchup, a massive Volkov. You're going to have to really work around him. At suplex specialist, the Iron Sheik, and Freddie Blassie, knowing full well that he could make wrestling history in Madison Square Garden, as he did once before when the Iron Sheik became World Wrestling Federation champion. Freddie Blassie hoping to dethrone these fine young athletes. Barry Windham, Mike Rotundo, Gentlemen, thank you for joining us on TNT, and the best of luck to you in the garden. Thank you very much. We're ready. We'll be back with more TNT. Stay with us. In a moment, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take you to, we've seen a couple of workout pieces on Hulk Hogan and Mr. T, and you can bet they are really getting their thing together now for this upcoming March 31st WrestleMania. But also there's another aspect of training, and that, of course, is the nutritional aspect of training. We'll take you now to a rather unusual health food store located somewhere around Venice Beach, California. Hulk Hogan and Mr. T go on a shopping spree. Let's take you to the tape.
Come on, man. Come in my place. All right, all right. Hey, man, how you doing? All right, we'll get our usual stuff here now. All right, we're going to get some protein, vitamins, iron, all the good stuff. I get this good stuff all the time. We can get the vitamins here. We're going to get the raisins. All right, get the raisin and nut. That's good. That's good.
No, T, there's a lot of good stuff in here, man. This is your place, huh?
That's right. That's right. You get the raisins. Raisins and nuts is good, man. Makes you hungry, you know. Makes you mean.
You know, I heard these raisins will help all that hot protein and everything.
That's right.
Burn
It's
off
iron.
quick,
It's
man.
that iron. Definitely.
All right.
If we finish the workout, we got to get good stuff. Come on. Come on, we're going to get the good stuff. Make sure you get the good stuff. You don't get good stuff, and put it back, you know.
You know, we're going to have to make another circle here, man, because I saw that hot protein on that other road.
All right, we is, man. And back here, they got my favorite juice. Let's get the juice right now.
All right, sounds
Fix
good.
me up my favorite juice here. For me, double for me, and triple double for the Hulkster. All right, because we're going to get the Piper. Gonna get Under. All right, what you got here? All right, this is a little, what is this here?
Carrot juice.
Carrot juice, yeah, carrot juice is good. All right, what's this here right here?
That's wheatgrass.
Wheatgrass. All right, let's try some of this wheatgrass. You ever had some wheatgrass?
I don't know about that,
it's
man.
Good,
you know,
man. It makes you mean.
Hey, the only
makes
thing
you mean.
the only thing I don't want no milk in my protein.
Hey, don't put no milk in it.
No milk for babies.
No milk. No milk. All right, put some milk, car grease, motor oil, anything in there, but milk. Now, what say this here is right here? What is this here? Wheatgrass. Wheatgrass. Well, we ain't gonna mess with that because of that grass. You know, we don't mess with no grass. All right, but we can eat some wheat bread, though. What wheat bread? Let's see. Where the wheat bread? All right, where's the wheat bread? Hurry up with the juices, cause we hungry. All right, we just got to pump it.
That 90% protein, no fat.
Protein, no fat, and give me a couple of them bananas. All right, couple of them bananas. And get the orange, get the good stuff in here. All right, you want some bananas, man? Banana, potassium, whatever it is. All right, it's good. So we eat this here while we're waiting on to make the juices and whatnot.
You know, when you talked about guerrilla warfare, man, I didn't know we were going to eat bananas, but the thing is...
Bananas make you swing, man. Swing to them trees. You swing off the rope, man, grab them. Bananas swing, man. You know, jungle, gorillas.
Gorilla wall, yeah.
That's right, man.
That one almost went over my head, T.
That's right, man. It's all right, man. It's all right.
I didn't know you were going to be this
It's
serious,
all right,
man.
Look at me split, man. You have me pumping that iron, baby. Man, I'm ready, man.
This is your drink, right?
All right, you try something, all right. Do you like it? Huh? All right.
Jesus, T, what is
That's
it?
all right, man. That's all right. Makes you mean, man.
Hey, try
Makes
it.
hair on your
I'll
head,
get
man.
something different
All right,
like
switch. All right. All right.
Man, that is terrible.
It's rough, man, but it makes you mean. Keep me mean, man. So you drink some of this here, I'll tell you, really be ready. I pity the food. I pity them. They're dead meat. Dead meat, that's why I say it.
I don't know about dead meat, and I'm not too sure who's going to be pitying and who's going to be the fools to pity. I don't know. You can bet Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff will be ready as never before. And certainly we saw for some time now the training sessions of Hulk Hogan, Mr. T, and there's a little insight in terms of nutrition. What do you think about, do you eat that way, Lord Alfred?
Well, I think you know me. I have a delicate stomach, and you've seen me eating before on the show. But if I were going to indulge in some sort of a match, and this is not going to be a match, as he said, it's going to be guerrilla warfare against Piper and Orndorff, I'd eat anything. Anything that made me as tough and as strong as Mr. T or Hulk.
Yes, indeed. This, of course, is Mr. T stated earlier, guerrilla warfare. That's exactly the style, apparently, we're going to see in that matchup. We're going to see T cut loose. It's Clubber Lang all over again, this time for real. The street-fighting Mr. T combining forces with the World Wrestling Federation Hulk Hogan. We'll be back with a further word about WrestleMania when we return in a moment. Thank you, boys. Certainly everyone looking forward to WrestleMania a week from this coming Sunday afternoon one of the great family entertainment spectrums ever presented, many stating it is the greatest sports entertainment closed-circuit extravaganza of all time, and I'd certainly agree with that. With some of the 5 matches of the 9 that have been signed, Greg Valentine defending the Intercontinental Championship against the Junkyard Dog, the Tag Team Championship on the line, and it really is in this case, with Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik challenging the champions Barry Windham and Mike Rotundo. And of course, we look forward to really now a very special challenge match, the $15,000 slam match, actually $15,000 slam/retirement match. If Andre the Giant loses, Andre will retire if he does not slam Big John Studd. And of course, the fabulous Moolah in the corner of one Leilani Kai, the woman's champion, facing in the other corner Wendy Richter's very own Cyndi Lauper. And then, of course, notwithstanding the special guest referee, the special ring announcer, the special timekeeper, all guest extraordinaire in the tag team main event at Superfly Snooker, cornering the likes of Hulk Hogan and Mr. T, donning the tights for the first time, opposed, of course, by Cowboy Bob Orton, cornering the tag team combination of Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff and, of course, Rowdy Roddy Piper. But right now, you have some special information, if there's any time left, for Lord Alfred Hayes.
Let me try and get through this as quickly as possible. First of all, it is the Great Wrestling Trivia Contest, and I'll just run through the prize again for the winner. The prize is a trip to New York for 4 people, accommodation at a top hotel in New York in the very center for 3 days and 2 nights, $500 in cash, spending money, 4 seats at the World Wrestling Federation match at the Madison Square Gardens, and a guest appearance on TNT, plus 100 T-shirts for the runners-up. Now, we have already posed 2 questions. There is a third to come. Before I give that third, we'll have a recap of the other 2, but there are also clues given, and they will be given on Tuesday, Primetime Wrestling, and on Sunday, this coming Sunday, All-American Wrestling. Now, all the 3 answers are to be put on the same postcard, and they have to have a deadline date on the postcard of March 28. We are going to announce the grand winner at a drawing right here in TNT on April the 5th. Having got through that. Now, here is your third question. But first, we'll go to the first question and then come to the third. Right, question number 1. What prominent wrestler sampled a hot dog on TNT?
Question number 2.
What 50s and 60s wrestler was the subject of a film made by the star of a TV series?
And the third question.
What famous star presented an award to Captain Lou Albano at a recent Madison Square Garden event?
And the answers are...
All to be put on the same postcard. It must have a postmark of 28, March 28, and we're going to have a fantastic drawing by a celebrity guest right here, April the 5th, TNT.
And this is where you send the cards, is it not?
And the address, yes, of course, is to the GWTC Post Office Box 797, New York, New York, 10185. Postcards only, please, and your deadline, don't forget, is March the 28th.
The real question is, what does GWTC stand for?
That is the Great Wrestling Trivia
Join
Contest.
us for the next TNT.